Hello, hello. I'm Cory, and this is Hitman Absolution, which has a bit of a bad reputation among the Hitman fans, but I'd say that these days it holds up much better than it did back when it came out. I've personally come around to it. And category we're doing is max ratings, which means we will be getting the best possible score in every level of the game, which is a bit confusing because the rating system in this game is a bit of a mess and changes between each level, but I'll try to keep you posted on what we're trying to achieve. We'll also play on the highest difficulty, which is Expert. There is technically Purist, but it is identical to Expert except you can't see the UI, which I think makes for a pretty poor viewing experience as well, but we won't be touching it. There are some misconceptions about how Purist disables some mechanics. Not true, it is the same as Expert. And with that, I think I am good to go. Are we ready? Good to go. Okay. And
All good to go.
Time can start basically whenever. Ain't that precise?
Listen to me.
Nothing's better than a speedrun when you kind of go, timing starts when timing starts.
Yeah, especially since the first thing I do in this game is I'm going to restart the checkpoint to skip some dialogue and allow me to actually run. Otherwise, there would be a lot of tutorials telling you how running is noisy and can alert enemies, but I don't really care because in this tutorial mission, the rating system is not actually enabled at the beginning, so I can just get spotted, I can shoot random guards and not get punished whatsoever. Rating system will be enabled in a couple of checkpoints. Also, I already kind of lied to you about saying how we go for the best rating in each mission. Kind of true, but more importantly, we go for the best rating in each checkpoint as the missions are split into smaller chunks. And this right here was the first of many. And now we learn about the important Hitman mechanic, which is disguises.
You were disguised as a guard.
This disguise will not get me very far as I will be spotted immediately, but that's fine as rating system still not enabled. An important note about how disguises in this game work: they don't make me completely immune to being spotted, but they just make enemies spot me slower and depending on the enemy, not at all, and they give me access to different areas, and in order to make them fully max power, I have to use my instinct mana, which is on the bottom right corner of the screen, to tip my hat or face palm, and that makes me practically invisible.
All witnesses, you are now inside the mansion. Your current disguise will be suspicious to the mansion guards.
Thank you.
Either find a new
And now we just get a
remain undetected.
new disguise and disable security. Next checkpoint is the first one where the rating system will be active, and there's already an exception to how it functions in this first checkpoint. As typically, in a checkpoint where we don't have a target to kill, but we have an evidence item to pick up, we have to pick up the evidence and hide all bodies we kill or subdue. But in this instance, gunshot restriction, we actually don't have to hide this guy's body, which is an exception to the usual rules. He has a key card that I need in order to progress to the next room. Also, in the top left corner, you can see the rating system as well as the current name of the checkpoint. And that was my facepalming mechanic right there in action. Alright, so you can see my rating is Veteran. As soon as I get to the door, it's gonna jump up to Shadow, which you probably won't be able to see because level ends before it says Shadow. Very good. I see we have some donations. This is a small walking segment, so take it away.
Yeah, perfect. Well, we have an insane $500 donation from Anonymous with no message, but thank you so much for the generous donation. And I quickly also want to mention that we have opened up the poll for this Hitman run. About 30 minutes into the run, you will be able to decide Lenny's fate, whether we are going to let him run or whether we are going to give him ice cream.
So I'm going to say we're not going to let him run, but we're going to make him move real fast.
Okay, we're going to make him move real fast or give him ice cream. So that is open for you guys to donate towards. Back to you, Koti.
Yeah. Also, right here, another thing that the Instinct mana system can do, I can pause the game and mark enemies for shooting and then shoot them all at once real quick. It's a handy mechanic More so than you might think. Anyway, tutorial level done. Next up is the first full proper mission where we have an assassination target, and the rating system works a bit differently here. I don't have to hide any bodies, but I have to kill the target unspotted, and no non-target kills anything else that's important. There may be an evidence item on the map, but I don't need to pick it up to get Silent Assassin, which is the best rating in this one. The target is the King of Chinatown, who is at the pagoda over there in this busy market square. And I'm gonna kill him by throwing a knife at him, and no one's gonna notice. I hope. I'll steal a kitchen knife from this stand. And if I just time this correctly... No one saw anything. Let's walk away. And we have Silent Assassin, as you can see. And now panic sets in. I'm allowed to run through the crowd as panic is ongoing. And nobody suspects I did anything. Perfect. Okay. Terminus. I don't know if I mentioned in the previous checkpoint, I reset the checkpoint at the very beginning as that warps 47 forward a tiny bit and skips a bit of running. Resetting checkpoints also manipulates NPCs a bit, so I can get more consistent starts to levels. And I do the same thing here. Warp forward, make sure enemies are in the right positions, and then fire a gunshot, so just about everybody in this hotel runs outside and at least panics. And then another gunshot in the toilet, just to make sure that there are no guards where I'm trying to get to. This is one of those levels where I have to pick up evidence. And best way to get it is to, well, this evidence is very easy to get no matter how you approach it, really, as it's just behind the front counter, and as long as you have any sort of disguise, you can just yoink it like that. But the fun thing about this level is that you have one of the rare glitches in this game. If I take cover over here and then uncover, I just fall through the floor to the elevator. This level actually has two exits. The faster exit is taking the elevator that's upstairs, but you can clip through the floor and get to this. It's way more fun. I gotta do it like that. And then we head upstairs. Bit of a cutscene, so quick donation.
Yeah, quick donation. We have $20 from Marechek98 saying, "Hi, I'm so happy to see Bob Ross of Hitman series at ESA once more. Good luck on the run and many, many happy little accidents. Hope you're all doing well." Thank you, Marechek.
Thank you. Alright, moving on to the second checkpoint of Terminus. Again, we just have to pick up some evidence. No target once again, which is one of the main criticisms a lot of people have for this game, is that you just don't get to kill anyone in a Hitman game. Tip my hat a bit to get past these guys. And there's a tiny trick when getting the evidence in this level, which is that right now there's a guard facing the evidence item, and I can't really get close to him because picking up the evidence would be illegal if he saw it. But if I just zoom in with my fists, I get a tiny bit more reach, and I can just yoink it from behind him and get to the exit. Then we have an amazing plot point in the series. This weapons manufacturer somehow immediately realizes that I am legendary Hitman Agent 47, frames me for murder, sets the room on fire, question mark, question mark, question mark, profit? And that's the thing that sets off the entire plot. I don't try to understand it because, well, I've tried and I failed. Alright, I suppose another donation can fit here while we walk up some ladders.
Perfect. We have $5 from Hust, who simply puts his money towards making Lenny run or move really fast, as you put it. And we also have $20 from Unintended Chaos, putting it towards giving Lenny ice cream.
Yeah, if I spoil a tiny bit, there are a couple of Easter eggs in the game that can happen in the same level, and it's a choice between those two. I think a lot of people know the ice cream as it's kind of a fan favorite. Fewer people know about the speed up Anyway, at the rooftop, I'm gonna reset checkpoint to manipulate target locations. And this checkpoint is actually a bit of an exception. Well, not an exception, but it's one of the rare checkpoints where the max rating is, I believe, Specialist. As in, there are no targets in this checkpoint, and there is no evidence item to pick up in this checkpoint. So all I gotta do is get to the exit. And because the rating is so low, I also don't have to hide bodies, and I could just kill that non-target without it affecting my max rating. Alright. Library is one of the standard pick up evidence type checkpoints. And I, at this point, want to point out that this particular mission where 47 is escaping the police is easily my favorite mission in this game. I think it's the one that thematically actually works in this game as a mission where you don't assassinate anyone. And it's a shame that the developers didn't really lean into this sort of thing more in this game. Alright, goodbye guys. Sure, donation, I guess. Get them out of the way while I don't have anything to talk about.
Absolutely. We have another $5 from Hoost, who says, I couldn't find the comment button, but I'm here to say, screw Lenny, putting it towards making Lenny run. Just a reminder, this will happen about 30 minutes into the run, so you guys can still get your donations in. Currently, we are sitting at $60 for making Lenny run and $20 for giving him ice cream, so keep them coming.
Yeah, I'd say my personal favorite is ice cream. Alright, random helicopter fight sequence, I guess, or escape sequence. Use cover to hide from the helicopter, but I don't really have to. The helicopter spots me, but there's no rating in this checkpoint, so the helicopter can shoot me all at once. I don't care. It can't do enough damage to kill me anyway, unlike those pigeons. And then we just move on to the next proper checkpoint. This is still technically part of the helicopter sequence. I do gotta tip my hat a tiny bit so I can make it to the exit without the helicopter noticing me. Alright, we are at some hippie apartments now. We have to get to an elevator, and that elevator is guarded by about 6 cops. Drop the evidence and just fire my gun at the floor, which distracts all of these cops. Hello, gentlemen. Don't mind if I walk through here. I didn't fire the gun. Just keep going that way, alright? Great, thanks. You can't move while you're in that elevator sequence, but you can still get spotted, so it's a good thing that the gunshot works as well as it does. And that is the point where the level technically changes, so I can reset the checkpoint and skip part of the cutscene. And get to the train station. Train station is the final checkpoint of this mission, where we have SWAT teams and a whole bunch of civilians. The evidence is in a bit of a difficult position to reach. I have to use a lot of hat-tipping mana to get past this guard, but fortunately I get the mana back when I pick up the evidence, so I can use it again to get back. Don't block my way, thank you. Alright, and then I want to fire my pistol a few times, as that panics all of the civilians outside and allows me to run through here. Normally you would walk very slowly through this entire area, but since there's panic going on, I can just sprint freely. And the cops in here are very, very slow to respond to me at all, as it's supposed to be a tense sequence where you can only walk very slowly, and in response they also detect you very slowly, but I'm allowed to sprint, but their detection speed doesn't go any faster in this panic. So they are pretty much harmless. And now that we have rerouted the trains, we just gotta wait for a train to arrive on platform B. And now we got a 60-second wait, during which we can do absolutely nothing. So while I inspect this claw machine, Kara, take it away.
Absolutely. We have $50 donation from Geister Carl, who says, well, nothing, but they do put it towards making Lenny run. And they're also claiming a Goose shirt. I want to remind everyone that if you donate $40 or more, you are able to claim 1 shirt. So you are supporting charity and getting yourself some nice merch as well. 2/3 of the proceeds of every shirt purchase go towards charity. And then I also have $25 from, and this is quite the name, Grzegorz Brzezkiewicz. That kind of was it, I think, saying thank you for making the world better, and that goes towards giving Lenny his ice cream. That means right now we are still in the lead for making him ramen at $60, but ice cream is catching up at 45, so get the money in, guys. Thank you.
All right, and the train is just about here. Right? There it is. Good. Nothing suspicious about the cop just investigating the claw machine during a manhunt. Alright, and that wraps up best level in the game. It's all downhill from here. Well, not quite. There's a few fan-favorite missions coming up. Including, actually, the next mission has a couple of checkpoints that are often considered one of the highlights of some of the highlights of the game.
You're right. The arms dealer is after Victoria.
And I believe at this point, something story happens, and Agent 47 lost his guns. That happens a couple of times throughout the game. There's a rather sloppy Hitman in this one. Alright. Simple checkpoint where we just have to pick up the evidence. Let that guy turn around so I can sneak in and grab myself a disguise. In these checkpoints where I just have evidence to pick up, I am allowed to kill non-targets like this, as long as I do it using a silent kill or a headshot, and then hide the body. As you can see, this the scoring system goes back to 0. The score itself doesn't really matter, but that's just the way it works. I wouldn't pay too much attention to the actual point values. You just gotta know how it works. It's unfortunately how the rating system in this game functions. Another gunshot to make sure that all of these cops are facing that direction and ignore me running through their search party. And I can approach the Vixen Club, where we have to kill Dom Osmond, the owner of the club. Little fun thing about this game is that you have to complete objectives in a very specific order. And for instance, in this mission, I have to first locate Dom Osmond before I kill Dom Osmond. If I don't look at him from close up first, I will get a non-target casualty when I shoot him later. It's a very good system, especially later on when we have a sniper rifle. Look towards the bar. Yeah, there's Dom. He's located. Excellent. Now we can actually kill him. Because normally I would kill him from so far away that it wouldn't count as locating him. And here's a fun kill. I'm gonna use the point shooting magic ability to shoot twice behind the bar, once at the floor, 4 times at the wall. And then Dom in the head a couple of times. And nobody saw a thing. Silent assassin. The idea there is that the first couple of gunshots make the guard that Dom is talking to turn around, and the rest just kind of kill time and make other people turn around a bit. And the final 2 happen as the guard has already turned around and is unable to notice that Dom is getting hit. It's very important that nobody sees anybody else get hit with a bullet, as that will get you spotted even if there's no line of sight to you. Otherwise, I try to use things like knives, as that is more legal to use as a murder weapon. Okay, this checkpoint is actually quite a difficult one, typically. I made sure to continue playing with the officer outfit, as this evidence right here is very difficult to pick up if you don't have this outfit. There are other ways to distract all of these people, but that takes a while. And can I please have my gun out so I can shoot at that wall? Hi guys, don't mind me, tipping my hat, as you do. Hello? What is this? Game? Okay, that's new. Okay, I guess we're not doing that. I have not seen that before. That has never happened before. Now let's hope that everything is still fine, because I had to reset the checkpoint, which means that some of the NPC positions may be a tiny bit different from what I'm used to, but we seem to be fine. Alright, so let's improvise a bit, I guess. Yeah, go ahead while I improvise with the donation.
All right, while we are improvising, we have $50 from Lexico Engin, who puts their money towards giving Lenny ice cream, which means that the ice cream right now is in the lead at $95 compared to $60 for making him run. So guys, please keep those donations coming. You have about 10 to 12 minutes still left. And also, Lexico Engin claimed a Metroid shirt as a reward. So I'm glad that you guys are enjoying the designs, and keep the donations coming. Thank you.
I'm a little bit scared now, because since I had to improvise like that, my instinct meter is currently a bit lower than it normally is, and I have to use a lot of instinct to get into the supermarket down there. So I'm trying to be very, very precise with how I use it. And I hope I have enough to make it in, otherwise... problem? I don't have enough to go in. Ooh. I may have to load the checkpoint from a menu where it gives me some more juice. I'll give it one more go. No, I don't have enough. Let's go through the main menu, and you can read the donation.
Yeah, I am happy to. We have $20 from Unintended Chaos, commenting on the train level that preceded this one, saying, proof that this game does not take place in Germany. The train was on time. I can attest to that. Anyway, Cody, what's your ice cream order?
Oh, chocolate.
Oh,
Any
nice.
sort of chocolate.
Nice, classic. Well, this donation also went towards giving Lenny his ice cream, as you probably expected.
I'm looking at my instinct meter right now. I'm a little bit concerned that maybe that is still the same amount I had before, but I hope it's a tiny bit more. It's a fairly small difference as we're talking here. No, I can't make it. That is very bad. I need to figure out where to get some extra juice real quick.
I believe the breakfast buffet has orange juice,
true.
yeah, apple juice. Should I fetch you some?
I hope I can find something a bit closer by. If there's somebody I can knock out real quick, that would be sick. You know what? Let's try this. Alright, maybe I can work with this. Whenever in doubt, just fire a gun. And it seems like we're fine. We're gonna get some instinct back here anyway once we steal this evidence. Oh boy, those people were not where they were supposed to be, but we made it. Good, excellent. Situation salvaged. Alright. This checkpoint is a very small one. It's just get to the next door that's 15 meters from the previous door. Nothing important happens here. But the next checkpoint has a lot happening. There's a big crowd and 3 targets to kill. And the first 2 targets I'm gonna shoot in the middle of the crowd, because there's technically no real NPCs who can see them. Because most of the crowd are just fake NPCs who don't care, so that's totally fine. Gonna panic that crowd. Yeah, this was fine. And here's my third target, who I'm gonna kill with the knife I picked up a few checkpoints ago. Also, totally fine. Nothing suspicious here, it's Silent Assassin. Alright, and the next level, I believe, is a very huge classic of Hitman, the one where 47 has a dramatic emotional moment with an NPC he's met once before. So let's not listen to this, let's listen to Kara.
All right, we have $20 from Agent Smith saying, "Hi, Cody. Good luck with the run." Oh, well. Also, Kara, this is another chance to say Grzegorz Brzezczykiewicz. And this, the $20 donation also goes towards giving Lenny his ice cream. And on top of that, we also have $40 from Anonymous, claiming a goose shirt and putting it towards giving Lenny his ice cream. That means Lenny will get his ice cream probably as of right now. We are sitting at $175 compared to $60 for making him run. Or maybe some rum as well, I don't know. But yeah, keep the donations coming. Thank you, guys.
Alright, we are approaching the end of this walking segment. There's a couple of masked goons about to come out of the elevator, so we gotta hide from them behind these curtains. Or at least in this room, behind the curtains is it's optional. Let's see. Let's see. There we go. I'm well hidden right now. Hi guys. Not suspicious. I was blending in with the curtain. Okay, in the next checkpoint, there's a couple of guards who warp a tiny bit at the beginning. If you look at the minimap on the bottom left, you can see two of them move suddenly. And I want to let them do their warp before I distract them with a running step. There we go, they jumped. Oh, come on. There we go. Now they hurt me. They normally have a very, very long conversation about nothing. But if they hear my footsteps, they investigate me for a few seconds and then just turn around and move on. Which is much better for me. I'm gonna bump into this guy so he's not too close to his friend. Fiber wire him and throw him in the bin. As I do want to have some sort of outfit. In this mission, or checkpoint at least, the gimmick is to get 4 fuses so I can fix the elevator. Very Hitman-like. But we take what we can in this game. Fuse number 1. Also, the mask doesn't make me any less suspicious. Everybody can still detect me as usual, even though I'm wearing a pantyhose on my head, as well as a hockey mask. Next, I'll do another pistol distraction to make all of the people to the left of me look somewhere else. Fuse number 2. And the gunshot helps me get to fuse number 3 more safely. There we go. Let's see, oh, that's kind of scary. Alright, can we work with this? We can work with this. The issue with gunshots and distractions like that is that there's always a bit of randomness. Grab the fuse and sidle along this junk. People always respond to the distractions a bit randomly, so sometimes they might walk into where you want to go, like they just did. And you just have to be aware of all the possibilities and know that there may be people where you don't want them to be. Anyway, elevator fixed. I got the shadow rating. And we finally have a target again. We kill Wade, who's the boss of these guys, and we kill him in very Hitman-like fashion in a scripted sequence. And we're gonna try to break that scripted sequence. As normally you walk into the room and it triggers a point shooting segment where you shoot 3 of his goons and him. But killing his goons would not get me Silent Assassin, so I don't want to do that. I'll try to do something a bit more precise by triggering my own point shooting right before the game tries to do it, which allows me to then keep moving even when the point shooting sequence is supposed to take place. It's rather precise. Let's see if I can get it first try. I got it. Nice. I fired the ground. Hi guys. So what happened to the boss? The fun thing is that if you don't shoot Wade before he hits the ground, you will instantly die because he shot you somehow despite facing the other direction. Alright, we're in a bar where No suit, no tie beyond this point, but we gotta get to that point. So I'm gonna go to the bathroom and hit the bar fight switch, which triggers a massive bar fight for some reason, and allows me to explore the area in a suit. Take the evidence, and then I'm gonna do a very suspicious motion with my hand by taking out my 5-wire repeatedly. Watch the guy on the right, by the way. Nice despawn. But yeah, mashing the 5-wire button prevents anyone from initiating a bar fight with me. Crash? No? Excellent. This cutscene load screen is notorious for crashing very often, but we got lucky. Very good. Alright. This checkpoint is broken. Normally you have to get evidence in this checkpoint, but for some reason, no matter what you do, you cannot get a high rating in this checkpoint. Doesn't matter if you get the evidence, doesn't matter if you play stealthy. And as a result, I can just kill this non-target, not hide his body, and ignore the evidence. And it is the only checkpoint of its kind in this game where the max rating is, I believe, veteran. It's very difficult to keep track of what the actual order of ratings is. I know it's like, Sound Assassin is the best if you have targets, then it's Shadow if you have evidence, and then it gets a bit messy with the rest because they all sound like they're pretty good. Like, which is better, Agent or Veteran? I honestly do not know. Anyway, the body was just found, but if I can get to this weapon cabinet to recover my guns quickly enough, it doesn't matter, and I can just exit and get the low, high rating. Next up is shaving Lenny. Most people seem to think that this is the best mission in the game. We have a couple of checkpoints that both have targets and multiple targets, in fact. First up, we have to kill 3 of Lenny's gang members. Distraction shot over there to lure or to distract gang member 1, as well as the store clerk. The clerk walks out, and I 5-wire the member. There we go, nobody cares about him over here. Then I'm gonna take a walking step or a running step behind the counter, which is illegal. And this cop immediately knows that, somebody was running over there. Walks into my trap. And behind you can see the 2 other guys next to the pink car. I'm gonna use the point shooting magic to load up my bullet with mana, which makes the car blow up. Killing both of them. And I can just leave all of these bodies lying, as it is a Sound Assassin checkpoint, so I don't have to care about bodies being found like they just were. Quick distraction shot behind there. So this cop walks away, at least walks a bit further, and allows me to walk through here and grab the gasoline can. Then we're just gonna wait for that mechanic to look away so I can pick this lock. Thank you. Next checkpoint is the barbershop. Also, cutoff for the donation thingy is after the next checkpoint, which I will still have to talk a lot through as we first restart checkpoint, as there's a broken door that will not open unless I reset the checkpoint. Gang member number 4. I'm gonna leave a gas canister next to him and load up my bullet with mana again. Up. Then distract a cop in the next room by throwing a bottle up there. Shoot at a chandelier. There goes the final gang member. Officer, please walk away. He's now investigating the bottle I threw. And here's Lenny, who I have to get out of here alive by dragging him to the door, and that's why I had to distract the cop. And now, finally, we have the donation incentive thing coming up, so Kara, take it away.
Yeah, we will be giving him his ice cream. It won at $215 versus $80. Guys, thank you so much for all the donations. We raised almost $300 for Lenny. Thank you.
Nice. Thank you. So normally you can just exit this level immediately. You just have to go to the car and drive away. You can leave Lenny in the desert. We're kind of bullying him over here. But if we instead... Wow, I wasn't paying attention. One of the birds got away. If instead of doing that, we shoot 6 of these vultures as they are in the air. Oh, okay, fine, land. Ah, the shotgun. We should hear a chime after I hit the last bird. Where's my guns? Here's the chime. And that means that Lenny is about to receive ice cream. Just had to order the ice cream truck. In just a moment we should see something happen over there. Bit of a dust cloud. There we go. Ice cream delivery. Goodbye, Lenny. And then we drive away. Okay, next mission, I think this is Dexter Industries, which is just our path to a weapon manufacturing plant, factory thingy. It is one of the less notorious maps in the game, I'd say. Although I do like how this begins, as I need to get a disguise, and I fire a shot right there, so one of the guards investigates, and if I position myself correctly here, I think that looks good. I should be able to yoink him pretty nicely. Whoop! And that's really the most fun you're gonna have in this checkpoint. Good stuff. Yeah, all I gotta do is disable the security systems, primary and secondary, and then get the evidence and get out. And that's a great time to read something out.
Absolutely. We have a $20 donation from Anonymous saying, there's a maintenance worker who I thought was just greeting with a hat tip, but now I'm getting worried. Well, you should be. This one also went towards Lenny's Destiny poll that we just closed moments ago. And then we have a $40 Anonymous donation saying, ice cream for ice cream. This person was rewarded by receiving the Blueprint shirt. And it also obviously went towards giving Lenny his ice cream.
Thank you. I just bumped into that guard next to the evidence there for a tiny bit. By running into him, or by walking into him a bit, I made him turn around to face away from the evidence, which allowed me to pick it up without being detected. Loud gunshot here makes everybody investigate what happened, and leaves this evidence unguarded. It is still a bit sketchy to pick up as there are multiple people nearby. Keycard will be required for the next checkpoint, and I should have enough hat-tipping mana to get past everybody here. Yeah, good. We're fine. Next up is Descent, which has a couple of little quirks, I guess, but beyond that, I think it's one of the worst checkpoints in the game, as it is so much nothing. You just, well, descend the cliffside. One of the quirks is that the camera angle here can get stuck. Didn't happen this time. If that happens, you just have to reset the checkpoint. Not a big fan of that glitch. And later on we have another great example of how you have to complete objectives in the correct order to get the best rating. Evidence is again guarded by some people very closely, but I can distract them with a bottle. And just yoink it from next to them.
Go find out, will you? Yeah, I'll check it out.
And I'll do the shoulder check thing again here by bumping into this dude while I open the door with the keycard I picked up from the previous level. Oh, that guy is not supposed to be that close. That was scary. Distraction shot over there. I'm a bit low on instinct, but I think I can salvage this. I'll just play it a bit safe at the end. Yeah. I'll play it very safe. That's fine. It's gonna cost me like 5 seconds! But yeah, right here we have to re-enable power so we can use the elevator at the bottom. And the switch is over there, but I don't want to hit it yet, because I first have to go down these stairs, so the game tells me to restore power. If I don't walk down there and have the message pop up, then I don't get the objective completion check, and I will miss out on the max rating. It's very logical. And we should have Shadow. Yes, we do. Alright, final checkpoint of Dexter Industries. Just have to cross a bridge and infiltrate the actual factory. And at the actual factory we finally have some targets and more fun things. Even though my guns are silenced, they still make a bit of sound, and I can use it to distract these two guys who are walking away right now by firing them at nothing and then immediately tipping my hat. Wasn't me, guys, don't worry. And infiltrate the compound by just casually walking past everyone. Fortunately, nobody is looking in my direction. That particular segment used to be tough for me. I didn't really have a good plan for it, then I realized that, oh yeah, have you considered walking? Alright, there's still evidence to pick up. It's at the front desk, and I can pick it up through the front desk, which makes it infinitely easier than just going around the desk where all the guards are. And call the elevator, and get ready for the next mission. The next mission starts off a bit weird. There's like a small segment that is technically part of the first main checkpoint, but it's also completely disconnected, and if you hit restart checkpoint late in the level, it's gonna put you past the first area. It's one of those things where I don't really know why they chose to even include it in the game.
It had better be a goddamn.
Oh yeah, and that was a leather non-assassin. That'll be important later on. So very important characters in this game. Okay, I'm gonna do a running step in this room, which makes one of these guards investigate, and the other one walks a bit closer to me. Then I can destroy the window, yoink him over the wall, and let's see what the other guy does. Sometimes he walks back into the room, sometimes not quite. This time not quite. I'll grab myself a disguise, and then I just need to visit this room, as there are some stolen files, which I guess that's important for using this computer. I am not really sure. I did a playthrough of this game recently trying to understand the plot, and I think I wasted my time. It's all nonsense. Anyway, another rare glitch in this game. If I zoom in with my fists, I can walk off this elevator, then walk back on it, onto the railing, and hopefully drop down. I'm currently still kind of in the elevator mode, so I can't run, I can't do much of anything, but I don't have to wait for the elevator to slowly come down in order to make progress. Some of the UI is also disabled, which is important to note, as I can get spotted while I walk through here. I have to tip my hat, even though the game doesn't give me any sort of warning that somebody's about to detect me. There we go. And soon we should have a notification like assassinate this guy or something. I don't know what it says. And at that point the elevator is down and we have hit the checkpoint and we can start running again. Anyway, in addition to killing Dr. Green, we have to disable the security system, and fortunately both of those things are very close by. There's Green, hello. I picked up a wrench on my way so I can distract the two guys who are sitting by the security system. Also sitting by a proximity mine, which is important. Yeah. Keep walking, dude. I'll borrow this and disable this. Dr. Green is now walking down those stairs, and I'm gonna leave him a present. It's fine. He's only doing research on explosives here, so he's gonna be careful, right? Yeah, seems fine. And that sound assassin, of course. Gotta be a bit careful with that mine positioning, by the way, because the explosions go through walls and floors, so I don't want to hit anyone else with it.
Even got a security clearance upgrade.
Decontamination is a bit of a throwaway checkpoint between the real meat of this mission. Just basic evidence-based checkpoint and disable security system. Evidence I'm gonna yoink by zooming in. Can I please take it? Thank you. And I think this is supposed to be difficult to disable, but nobody can actually see me if I do that. So... and that's the entire checkpoint. In R&D, the next checkpoint, I'm gonna shoot the first target immediately, or at least as soon as I trusted the game acknowledges that I have located him first. Then tip my hat to make sure this guy doesn't connect the dots. Hey guys. Alright, and here's another little glitch. Ooh, I'm gonna have to use all my instinct here. Yeah. If I go into this corner in cover and then uncover, whoop, I fall down a floor right to the bottom. I'm out of instinct, so I have to use the smoke here for sure and shoot the second target who's a bit far away. It's gonna take a couple of headshots. There we go, good. And because there's so much smoke in the room, nobody notices. Watch the bridge. Up. And then we just gotta wait for the bridge to come back here. I get the feeling that maybe the clipping through the floor somehow had an effect on the bridge. It's not supposed to be here. And I must always point out this horrible design flaw. It makes this game practically unplayable. Look at this sign. Unplayable. Alright, then we remove some evidence. Plot. And go rescue the little girl that we talked about, or talked to in the Rosewood orphanage mission. She's supposedly somewhere in here. As there's a fight ring. I guess it's in the basement of the factory. And one of the fighters is keeping an eye on the girl. First checkpoint, we just gotta reach the actual arena. We could either become the opponent in the fight, but that is very slow. Or we could get some equipment and mess with the fight in other ways. I could just sneak through here past all of these enemies, just barely. A lot of people almost seeing me, but it's fine. Distraction shot for that guy. So I can sneak in, get myself a disguise. Can I get the disguise? Thank you. Another explosive. Always silent. And evidence. And there's also a key card. I need to actually exit the level. I think the story is that this guy over here lost the key card and is now looking everywhere. So that's why it's in a random corner. And while we crawl through the vent, we have one of the rare unskippable cutscenes in the game, where the fighter talks about how he's got an eye on the girl. I don't know why this is unskippable. It's basically at the very end of the checkpoint, so there's no chance of anything happening if you mess up with any timings. Alright, thank you, Sanchez. Now the next checkpoint, one of my favorite kills in the game. Sanchez, that guy, and Patriot, the opponent, are currently having the fight, and I'm gonna interrupt it with an explosive. One of the stealthiest kills in the game. There's some C4. And if I timed this right... Oh, well, I got some civilian casualties. Whoops! The way the explosive bounces as it hits the arena is a bit random. And this time it didn't bounce far enough. It's generally pretty lenient. Let's see. I actually don't trust that one either. The darn Patriot put his foot on the way. Just land in the arena, please. Now it's not bouncing at all. Let's hope that's enough. Anyway, Sanchez uses explosive punch. There we go. The Patriot, the opponent, also dies in that, but if you time it so that Sanchez is hitting him, I guess that counts as some pro wrestling move, and And it's Sanchez's kill and not mine, so it's all good. Alright. Fantastic mission, and I think one of the most difficult ones in the game. Attack of the Saints. This is where a bunch of latex non-assassins come attack 47 with a private army at a Hawaiian inn. And it makes some sense in the plot. I'm gonna reset the checkpoint to manipulate the targets, and this particular segment is unbelievably precise. That distracts the target, so she doesn't walk up this walkway as quickly as she normally would. I'm gonna hide behind this vending machine, aim at that painting, let that guy walk up the stairs, fire at the painting so both of these guys look away, subdue this guy while the other guy investigates the bullet impact, get myself an outfit, and by this point the other guy should be coming back. He's gonna be like, whoa! What happened here? Yeah, come investigate the casualty. Classic stealth game trick. And by now the target is also coming up the stairs, which is the only way to move anywhere in this level. You have to use this staircase, which is why this is normally so difficult. And there's the target. Second target to go. I'm gonna use a magic bullet on a car again. Pop. And get myself some explosives, as they are still very silent. Let's see how we get through here. It's looking good. Looking very good. And we are past parking, which is, to me, the second scariest checkpoint in the game. Honestly, I've been running this game on and off for like 15 years, and every time I come back to this, I get stuck on that checkpoint. No, and finally I solved it. Anyway, this is a nice kill.
Hey, where'd you go?
Yeah, where'd you go? Nothing to see here. Anyway, and the explosive is for the second target of this checkpoint. Catch! I'm not gonna blow it up immediately. I'm first gonna get to the exit and then detonate it so that all of the NPCs start facing where the explosion happened. And give me a chance to pick this lock. Yeah, look that way. Don't worry about it, guys. Very good. Another magic bullet coming up. I do like how you can kill this target within a second of loading into the level. Knife for the next target, and this checkpoint has a bit of a gimmick mechanic with the corn. If you crouch and stop running, you can be basically invisible within the corn. Doesn't really affect a whole lot, but it makes the second kill a bit easier. In theory, it's a nice gimmick. And there she is. Not gonna say anything? Okay. Normally she talks a bit. And final target, I'm gonna shoot from the corner right next to this this enemy. There we go. Wasn't me, man. And that's Sound Assassin on. Game? Hello? Okay, I don't know what's going on there, but there was supposed to be a cutscene. Game? Are you okay? I guess we're killing the game. Something happened.
Of course, something has to go wrong if the mission itself was so
Yeah.
smooth.
Oh, now the game died. Okay, very good. Yeah, the game often has some issues, like in some load screens it's prone to crashing, and sometimes it can get stuck on a load screen, but typically it shouldn't have any issues like that. Well, at least we got to the end. We'll take it. Fortunately, the game has a good level selection screen. And now we skip forward into a courthouse where, I don't know, plot happened. Again, I'm gonna restart the checkpoint to manipulate enemy positions. I'm supposed to get to a door at the back of this room. Normally you need a key card or go around through a vent, but by firing at the door I can manipulate someone else to open it for me. Throw a vase over there to distract people in the security room, then throw another item into the security room so I can sneak in. And then use my zoomed in powers to get through the security room unnoticed. Good job, guys. There's like 4 people in that room, and they didn't notice me. Yoink the evidence. Non-target casualty, but it's a silent kill and body hidden, so we still maintain the best rating. I just wanted his disguise for later use, and in order to easily get to the end of this checkpoint. As you can see, the door is now open. Significantly easier than trying to open it myself, as there are 2 guards right next to it who would detect me if I even attempted. Throw the baton over there so that guy investigates it and lets me pick this lock. Otherwise he would have line of sight. The next checkpoint is a lot of nothing. It's one of those ones where you don't even have an active rating system, which means I can just shoot the one guy who is in the way and get to the exit. One of these mystery checkpoints that's 10 seconds long, but for some reason in the game there's nothing of interest in there. I guess if you somehow didn't have a disguise, you could go get one over there easily. Yeah. Meanwhile here we have a bit of an odd, I don't know if it's a bug or an intended mechanic, but I am currently in a hostile area and these people can see through my disguise very quickly. But if I use instinct mana magic, I can still avoid detection, but it doesn't feel like it's working correctly. It doesn't work like this in any other level. Like you can see the detection meter is still spiking even though I am facepalming. Alright, evidence is in an awkward place, but I can just zoom in with my fists to get it. Thank you. And for the final section of the area, I'll take the upper route so I don't have to deal with like 6 enemies down there as they are enjoying their fight. And we have a donation. Go right ahead.
Thank you. We have $20 from Graffiter saying $10 for every that has never happened before. Thank you very much.
I was just a complete idiot and I started running too quickly. As said, people in this level detect you very quickly, and running makes noise, and if they hear any noise they will immediately turn and face your direction and spot you. And I wasn't supposed to run as early as I did. Fortunately the checkpoints in this game tend to be pretty short. Just a little embarrassing, really. Just have to get the evidence again. It's one of those checkpoints where it's hard to keep your finger off the sprint button. Good fight. And of course, the end of the checkpoint was right there. And all I had to do was wait that long before pressing the sprint button. Alright. Next up is Operation Sledgehammer, which I think a lot of people would consider the worst mission in the game. Largely because it's so insignificant to the story and starts off with 47 being captured for the third time in the game. As he is a professional hitman, a ghost. So it really adds to his character when he gets caught all the time. I'm gonna restart the checkpoint, as normally you have to free yourself from your bindings, and if you restart the checkpoints, the freeing animation takes like 15 seconds less. Hit the alarm, that makes somebody eventually walk in here, as I do need to let somebody open the door for me, and I'm gonna need a disguise so I can actually sneak out of here. And once again I have lost my guns for the 2nd or 3rd time in the game. So my objective is to retrieve those, as well as some evidence. I do need to hide your body. Pressing the wrong button. And by pressing the wrong buttons, I have probably just messed up the timing in the next area, which... we'll see what happens. There is some NPCs are on a global timer, and I don't know which way they are facing right now. I think I'll actually play this like... No, I won't play this extra safe, because I was trying to use an old strat to play it safe, but I haven't used that old strat in like... It's been a while. But hopefully this time I can actually grab the body and be on the correct cycle. Sir, open the door. And apologies for what my tie is doing to your brain. But yeah, there's a guard right next to where my guns are, and he moves back and forth, and depending on where he is, it can be very difficult to grab those guns. And right now he hopefully is in the right place. This checkpoint is, oddly enough, one of the more difficult ones in the game for me. Let's see. That's the cup I don't like. And there are my guns. I got my guns. For safety, just facepalm a bit. And get the evidence. And get out. Alright. Alright, at least I didn't mess up at that point. That's what I was worried about. This checkpoint has nothing of interest going on. It's like remarkable how nothing it is. Can you guys please hear my footsteps? Thank you. I need him to hear my steps so he comes to investigate and I can upgrade my outfit. Thank you, sir. And again, I do have to hide the body to maintain max rating. Good thing there's a dumpster right next to me. There we go. Evidence is a complete freebie, fortunately. And then we just run to the exit. And even with all these explosives, you can't make this level exciting. Up next is Burn, which is also a complete nothing burger of a level, but at least I can give it some credit, as it does have a tiny bit of a gimmick that it's trying to use, which is that there's a lot of smoke in the building, which affects how quickly people detect you, I think, but not by enough to make it actually interesting. And in practice, I'm just face-palming my way past everybody. Fortunately, these checkpoints are rather short. Hi, guys. Can you walk faster? And evidence is also very easy to pick up in this one, even though it's right next to this whatever special forces you are. Not very effective special forces. Actually, I think they are ICA, which is the same agency as 47 works for. There's some internal miscommunications going on, I think. Alright, Hope Fair. An actual kind of interesting part of this mission, as there's a bunch of civilians running around and the special forces have taken over the street. Lots of panic, chaos, messy situation overall. And most importantly, we have some out of bounds in this. Doesn't have a lot of time, but it's fun, so we're doing it. I'm gonna take cover here, change cover, oh, where we are, and uncover it the correct way, and we can stay out of bounds. Beautiful. We don't have a lot of tricks in this game, so it's always nice when you can do at least something, even if it's just for a brief moment. And probably doesn't even save time, since the evidence I have to pick up is on the other side of the street. Thank you. Alright, he's not looking at my way. Can't run around here! Yes, I can. And watch 47 change outfits real quick. There we go. Disguises are supposed to be a big part of Hitman, so it feels a bit bad when they are ripped away like that in a cutscene where the cutscene doesn't even explain how it happens. Also, assassinations in this game tend to be like this, where we walk into a room, cutscene. Thanks. And we have a donation, which is great because the next level, I'm using that term very loosely, is literally just a glorified cutscene where we get a new suit, since this old one that we've had for about 10 seconds is a little rugged. So take it away.
All right, we have $10 from, well, this is an interesting name, Salmonella. And they say, greetings from Prague. Thank you for the good runs. They are really fun. Well, thank you for enjoying them, and thank you for the $10.
Please, step inside, 47. It's quite an improvement over your old suit. Look, handcrafted.
And that is the entire level.
Seams, invisible stitch.
Good stuff. These damn meme lords. Okay, the next level is actually difficult. I think this is the toughest checkpoint in the entire game for me right now. So let's see if it takes me 6 or 7 attempts. I hate the fact that I said that. Anyway, this hotel lobby is all off limits, so I have to fire some specific distraction shots. 1, wait, 2, then sneak through the restricted area. 3, let these guys turn around. And then hopefully I can sneak through here unspotted. Yeah, yeah. And I should get a disguise in a second. Very good. Now I have to disable a computer or hack it in order to use an elevator. And I'm gonna use an explosive to destroy the computer that controls it. And as said before, explosives work through walls. I'm gonna place the explosive right there. And then I just gotta hope that no NPCs are close enough to get hit by the explosive. I'm gonna bump into this guy and annoying him a bit. And apparently I'm gonna mash the detonate button so quickly that 47 also pulls out his gun and gets me spotted. But to reiterate the point there, I am trying to manipulate the NPCs to be in positions where they don't get hit by the explosive, but the computer that's in the other room still gets destroyed. And it's a reasonably precise position for the explosive, and what makes it extra difficult is that you don't have a good way to position items like that. I just have to drop it and hope that it's where I want it to be. But at least this sneaking segment is going alright. Okay, you're not... I guess you are supposed to be here sometimes. Are you walking away or investigating? Okay, yeah, keep an eye on that. He could see through my disguise, which is why I'm concerned about him. Alright. That's probably fine. I want that guy to walk away from the computer. And I want this guy to stay where he is. And detonate. No one died, and I think I got the computer. I'm just gonna be careful with that guy as he can still see through my disguise. Okay, I got the elevator. And I still have to pick up the evidence in this level. It takes a while for the elevator to show up, so it's a perfect time to go grab the evidence, which is unfortunately really far away from everything else. The elevator doesn't take that long, but this is still the best time I can run for the evidence. Thank you. Nobody minds me just running into the security room and yoinking their videotapes. There's still technically a chance that I get spotted by one of the 2 guys who can see through my disguise, as they may be in a state of panic after the explosions. Let's see, where are they? One of them is there, and the other one is nowhere to be seen. Yeah, you just stay there. Alright, One of my favorite animations in the game, the way the camera gets destroyed. So smooth. Alright. The penthouse. Also, somehow, seemingly popular mission among the Hitman fans. I don't agree. I think it's very, very linear. But I do have a very fun kill for this. I think people just like this because there's an actual assassination. Anyway, I need a new disguise. This guy will do. You back there. You don't see shit. Look away. Yeah, thanks. And now my target is walking around this circular penthouse pretty slowly, which gives me a chance to set up the kill. It's no means the fastest kill you can do in this level, but it is my absolute favorite. I'm gonna stand here, and as the target walks through there, I'm gonna kill her as she stands right above there in the hallway. I'm gonna fire some shots in this room at just some random walls, which is gonna make everybody in the next room look this way. But I'm so far away that they can't actually see me shoot. And then I'm gonna shoot her with the shotgun from this range. There we go. Pop! And that's Silent Assassin. And I think they have finally found the body. But it's too late now, it doesn't even matter. Alright. And that's that. Oh, very good. This cutscene takes a bit, so we have a chance for a donation. I don't know if we'll have many more of those anymore.
Yeah, fantastic. We have $40 from Pampu. This donation leaves no message, but however, they have claimed the Metroid shirt. Thank you so much, guys. Don't forget that whenever you donate $40 or more, you can claim a shirt on top of your donation. Thank you.
Alright, Countdown is a very short mission where the target is hiding on the rooftop of his own building and he's threatening to blow it all up for some reason in order to kill me. And he hasn't thought the whole minefield thing all the way through, so I'm gonna try to use the minefield against him. There's also a lot of smoke, which affects visibility a lot. And I don't really like how much it affects the visibility, as it makes it much more difficult to assess how far you are from enemies. Let's see, I need to use Facepalm here just for a split second. Careful with these mines. And then I'm gonna fire 2 mines with my unsilenced pistols. 1, 2, and that should lure the target into the minefield. Let's see what happens. There he is. Nice. Oh, do we get the double? Ah, not quite. The way he jumps is a bit random. Sometimes he can hit multiple mines on his way out and just fall off the rooftop.
You're safe now.
Alright, final mission. Which takes place, I don't know, months after the main storyline. Where it turns out that the first assassination we did in the tutorial didn't actually happen, it was a fake out. And I don't even know who was in on anything and who's on whose side at this point. But at this point they're trying to dig up a grave to confirm if somebody is actually dead. I need to get a disguise. There we go, and you hide in the grave, so the body can be hidden. It's one of the very generic grab any evidence and get out type of checkpoints. I'm gonna play this one pretty safe, and just circle behind this gravestone, break line of sight to everybody so nobody can really detect me, as I wait for people to walk away from the exit door. I guess in the meantime, last chance, Kata.
Well, I want to thank everyone for the great donations, and also I want to remind everyone that after this run we will be going to a quick intermission, but then we will have an interview with Cody himself, where we can talk a little bit about Hitman, so you guys have that to look forward to as well, as we are ending this run very, very soon. And yeah, back to you.
All right, thank you. I wasn't aware of the interview. That's excellent.
Well, that's good. Great. I'm glad that we have the communication going. Nice. Awesome.
Anyway, I previously talked about locating targets being important. Now we have a sniper rifle and we have a target that could be sniped. But if I was to actually snipe pro from far away, it would be a non-target casualty. So I first have to walk close enough, like over here. And there, Jade located. Oh, hang on, tiny bit closer. That'll do. Let these guys walk past me. There we go. So yeah, there is a way to get a line of sight to her from way further back, but you don't want to do that because it's not Silent Assassin. As you technically, according to the game, killed a non-target. Alright. Up next is the very final checkpoint. The final boss of the game is 3 random dudes in an empty arena. Which is a bit of an anticlimax. I'm gonna restart the checkpoint to manipulate their positions. And then I'm gonna walk into a mine they set up to make them all stop and, well, poke their heads out. 1, 2, and the third guy should be... where am I looking at? Where am I looking at? Oh, wrong side. There he is. Oh, shit. Alright, well, I have screwed that up. Can I see him anywhere else? Yeah, that'll do. Now where am I? I'm in the correct place. Excellent. Now, only thing left to do is open the door where the antagonist of the game is. We, of course, don't get to actually kill him. It happens in a cutscene, because this is Hitman Absolution and you don't actually get to kill the targets you are supposed to assassinate. And the time is when this explosion goes off in a few seconds. And that's it for our Hitman Absolution. Oh, I meant to overestimate. Oh, disgrace. And that's that game. I think it's an okay speedrun. Like I said at the beginning, I used to deeply dislike this game back when it came out because it was such a deviation for the series, but nowadays with World of Assassination being a thing, it's easier to look back at this and kind of appreciate how it's a bit different from the rest of the series. Even if it means having a very messed up rating system and odd design choices like having the final boss die in a cutscene and such. But yeah, I believe that's it for me.
Yeah, fantastic. We have just at the end $10 from Graffiter saying thank you for the great run, the Cody, and I have to second that. Thank you so much for the great run. As I said, guys, we'll go to a quick intermission and we will be right back. Please, one more round of applause for Cody and Hitman.